Welcome to Top Headline. I'm Christian Gomez for The New American, and our top headline today comes from contributor R. Court Kirkwood entitled, Trump, I will declare an emergency if Democrats don't give me a wall. Yesterday, President Trump landed in McAllen, Texas to participate in a roundtable discussion about migration and border security. As Kirkwood summarized, the president's message to congressional open borders Democrats was simple. If you don't help build a wall to stop the illegal alien invasion of the United States, I'll declare a national emergency and build it anyway. Trump's visit to the border comes just one day after a brief meeting with congressional Democrats, including Speaker Pelosi and Democratic Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who refused to make any compromise and in turn end the very government shutdown that they pretend to decry. As Kirkwood accurately stated in a previous article, all the Democrats have to do to persuade President Trump to sign a bill to end the partial government shutdown is agree to build a wall on the southern border. Instead, Democratic lawmakers use unpaid government employees affected by the partial shutdown as props in order to make themselves look good and the president bad, as both they and their friends in the establishment-controlled fake news media continue to fabricate and propagate that Trump's insistence for a barrier is based on nothing more than a, quote, manufactured crisis. The president was down at the border where he spoke and heard from those adversely affected by our nation's open borders, which Democratic lawmakers refuse to properly address. Participating in the president's roundtable on immigration and border security was Reggie Singh, the brother of police officer Corporal Ronell Singh, who was murdered by an illegal alien shortly after spending Christmas with his wife and children for the last time.
So Ronell Singh, we originally from Fiji Islands. He always wanted to be in law enforcement. So legally, we migrated to America to fulfill his dream, to join the law enforcement. After English is our second language, he worked on that, got his education, applied for law enforcement agency, and he was asked to get his citizenship. He worked towards that, and he became a cop, K9, Corporal K9. And the way he was killed, what my family is going through right now, I do not want any other family, law enforcement person to go through that. Whatever it takes to minimize, put a stop to it, my family fully supports it. At 33 years old, Ronell Singh was cremated, and I had to pick up his remains. It breaks my heart. And no one should ever go through that. Looking at that 5-month-old baby, looking for his dad, no one should ever go through that on Christmas Day.
Local police, legal immigrants, and all Americans have been affected by the nation's open borders that have enabled human trafficking, illegal narcotics, and violent criminals to pour across our southern border. Ending the government shutdown without a border barrier, as the Democrats want, will do nothing to save lives and prevent tragedies like the one Reggie Singh's family is currently facing. As Kirkwood states, but even before he boarded Air Force One, Trump reminded intransigent Democrats who are trying to import illegal aliens to build a future voting base that if they don't do something soon, he'll build the wall anyway. When asked whether he'd declare a national emergency in order to build a wall, listen to what the president had to say.
I have the absolute right to declare a national emergency. The lawyers have so advised me. I'm not prepared to do that yet, but if I have to, I will. I have no doubt about it, I will. I have the absolute right to declare. This was passed by Congress. So when you say wasn't passed by Congress, it was. Other presidents have used it, some fairly often. I have the absolute right to declare a national emergency. I haven't done it yet. I may do it. If this doesn't work out, probably I will do it. I would almost say definitely.
As Kirkwood points out, many analysts expected Trump to declare a national emergency in his televised Oval Office address to the nation Wednesday night. Although he didn't, he demonstrated that the situation at the southern border is a crisis. Kirkwood reported He presented a plethora of data, much of which was given to Congress in a briefing in which Pelosi and Schumer didn't even try to respond in their weak, ineffective attempt to smear the president. Kirkwood further reports, it appears Trump just might have to declare an emergency to protect Americans from the continuing depredations of illegal aliens determined to break American immigration law by crossing the border, then telling mendacious tales of fear of violence and persecution for bogus asylum claims. It remains to be seen what the president will actually do next. However, if the president does declare such an emergency, you can expect the Democrats to respond with lawsuits, as Kirkwood surmises. As this story develops, look for additional coverage on thenewamerican.com, where we report the facts and perspective that the mainstream media refuses, so that freedom shall not perish. Also, while you're visiting us at thenewamerican.com, sign up for our free top headline emails, which you can choose to receive either daily, weekly, or monthly. After all, wouldn't you also like to become a new American? Until next time, we'll see you then.